Anti-riot police moved into Mexico City's historic Zocalo Square Friday to remove striking teachers. Police used water cannons and tear gas to clear the area. Thousands of teachers started a sit-in 3 weeks ago. They had been ordered to leave ahead of this weekend's Independence Day celebrations, and most did, but several hundred stayed behind. The teachers are protesting an education reform bill signed this week by President Enrique Peña Nieto. It requires mandatory performance evaluations, which the teachers say violates their labor rights.
This is not the way the government wanted the Independence Day weekend to begin. After weeks camped out in protest at a government education reform, hundreds of teachers were removed, many by force, from the capital's main square, the Zocalo. Earlier, the government had imposed a deadline for them to leave, a day before thousands of revelers are due to descend on the square. Most left voluntarily, but some stayed. They were met by scores of riot police using tear gas and water cannon to clear the Zocalo. Overhead, Black Hawk helicopters had been deployed, while on the streets there were injuries on both sides as protesters clashed with the police. More than 30 people were arrested as the police rounded up anyone who was left in the square after the deadline fell.
We spoke to one of the leaders of the movement before the police swept in.
We're in civil disobedience because the laws were imposed. They're unjust laws. They're reforms that did not take into account the opinion of teachers and parents.
The clock was running out for the teachers. Mexico kicks off Independence Day celebrations on Sunday at the Zocalo, and the government promised celebrations would take place. The teachers, mainly from poor southern states, had descended on the capital to block President Enrique Peña Nieto's education reforms. Teachers in Mexico often hold strikes and sit-ins to win pay raises and benefits. When the law was finally enacted, they promised to have it repealed. They were particularly opposed to teacher evaluations, a first step, they said, to school privatization. The president said teachers need to do a better job of educating Mexican children.